Kenya goes up there. Kiriyenka now takes up with his unzipped jersey. He was supposed to be wearing the white jersey today. Certainly we were told by the organisers anyway, but there he is in typical fashion. And here comes Richie Porte driving it.
It's actually Peter Kenyak on the front, but leading from Geraint Thomas. Geraint Thomas clearly on form, and Geraint always goes well at this time of year. He'll be looking at the classics, Tour of Flanders, races like that. Geraint Thomas rode a stealthy but solid Tour Down Under, possibly overshadowed a little bit by Richie Porte, but the three Sky riders here looking very, very comfortable. And look at Kenyak, look at the grimace on his face, absolutely going great.
And look at the riders he's shedding out the back as well. This is becoming a very, very interesting fight. Valverde at the minute is perfectly placed. I'm looking behind and looking for Arredondo. At the minute, struggling to keep the pace.
Arredondo looking down in the teens in terms of placing, but there's riders going out the back here under the impetus of a tremendous pace being put out by young Peter Kenyak, one of the revelations of Team Sky last year in the Tour de France, of course. He's taken his turn, he's off, and now it's down to double Olympic champion Geraint Thomas.
So it's quite clear that they are riding for Richie Porte now. Richie Porte just on the wheel of Geraint Thomas, who does take over the pace. It's almost a sprint lead out here to the top, but look who is on the wheel of Richie Porte, perfectly placed. It is your man, it's the man that most people were calling for today. It is Alejandro Valverde.
Valverde with Izagirre on his wheel. They've got some options there, but Izagirre looks like he's struggling. Look at Geraint Thomas. He's riding on the tip of the saddle. He's a man who was essentially born on the track. And David Rebellin, 42 years of age, multiple winner of the Ace Bastogne, is running in 5th place. Could he be a threat too?
Well, just in front of Davide Rebellin, who's historically done well at this race, he's had a 2nd and a 3rd overall, was Luis Leon Sanchez. He's been quite almost stealth-like in his nature today, just hidden away in the peloton. Here he is, and he's on 5th or 6th wheel already. Indeed. 1.6 kilometres to go.
Let's hope Sky haven't gone too early here. Geraint Thomas still, 1.5 kilometres to go. Still on the front. Sat high on a bike, but wonderfully efficient. But leaving potentially Richie Porte exposed. But at the moment, riding incredibly strongly and shedding riders by the bucket load. If that could actually happen, it's stripping it to shreds here.
Well, we have a couple of big hairpins to go. It's quite a spectacular finale. The likes of Valverde will know the ramp here. They will know where to attack. They will want to plan their attack. The question is the pace too high for that to happen?
Well, this peloton is now split asunder. It looks like there's only 10 or 12 riders left who can actually stay with the pace being set by the former British road race champion, a double Olympic medalist, gold medalist, Geraint Thomas from Wales. Yep, there's only eight riders left.
Scarafoni's up there right at the back, just hanging on for Astana, just on the wheel of Davide Rebellin, his compatriot from Italy. It's Thomas still, Sky and Movistar, the only teams with more than one man in there.
8 riders left, and it looks like it's down to 7. Rebellin, now the last man in that group, as one of the Astana riders. It looks like Scarponi has let the wheel go. Again, this is impressive stuff from Geraint Thomas. Still on the front, hardly even looks round. He's got one goal in mind, and that's to deliver the little Tasmanian Richie Porte to the finish, and then it's all up to Richie as we enter nearly the last kilometre.
Well, Track Factory Racing can forget about Julian Arredondo for today. He is not there, nor is he thereabouts. He's a long, long way back here. It's all about those men up at the front. Geraint Thomas still leading as we enter the last kilometre.
This is an extremely impressive display of power from Geraint Thomas. Looking around now, he's not giving up yet. On to the drops again, trying to find that extra ounce of power. He's ridden the last 1.5 kilometres on the front, and only 8 or 9 riders can stay with him. That just shows what form this guy's in, and how dedicated he is to his team leader, Richie Porte.
There's a Belgian rider on the back as well who is struggling to hold the wheel. You're right. Thomas is going great guns here. And here we go. The action is starting from behind. Can Richie Porte hold it? Johnny Izagirre just starting to take a little control. Movistar might have played this game to perfection here.
They certainly have. Izagirre now takes the lead. Valverde on his wheel. They're going to know this finish like the back of their hand. There's only 500 metres to go now. Geraint Thomas swings to the back. His job done, but Richie Porte now in 3rd position.
Well, here we go. It's attack time. The ramp, the wall is coming. Here is the first of those hairpins we talked about. It gets very, very steep here. Izagirre first in green. Just behind him is Valverde. 3rd wheel at the minute is Richie Porte. It's going to be a very reduced sprint as they come to the final couple of 100 metres. It's Richie Porte who's gone out in front at the minute. minute. Valverde on the right-hand side in red, coming from behind him. On the left, though, look at that. It's a great effort from what looks to be Bauke Mollema. Mollema in front of Richie Porte now. Valverde, though, in pole position. Valverde ahead, and as many people predicted, as you predicted, Matt Stevens, it is going to be Alejandro Valverde who takes the win on stage 2. Adds to his victory in the prologue yesterday.